All right, what we're looking at is a Dodge Dart transmission. I believe this is 2013 to 2016 manual 6-speed. Okay, I'm pretty sure this is the same transmission across all versions of the engine, the 1.4, the 2.0, and the 2.4. This one currently was from a 2014 GT 2.4 6-speed. Okay, what happened was, if you look here, we have a hole, and you can see we had something come apart in here, and it actually cut down into here, and then we ended up leaking onto our clutch. What happened was the pressure plate, they have these fingers that hold the main plate from the pressure plate to where the surface area is, and they broke, they flung out, and they started cutting their way through the transmission. Now, with that being said, this has 140, I think it's 140,000 miles on it. There was no shifting problems. It still shifted in and out of gear just fine. You know, everything worked. But this transmission, these are still pretty cheap right now in 2024. And what we're gonna do is, I've never taken one of these apart, and I can't find anything on YouTube. I tried searching it a couple different ways, but the plan is we're going to do a tear down on this transmission and just take a look at it, see what it takes to pull it apart. I've pulled apart a couple other transmissions, actually like rear wheel drive, and then I did do some front wheel drive transmissions for the SRT4. So we'll grab some tools out here, and we're just going to start pulling everything apart. It looks like we'll just pop our bracket off here, and it looks like the case is actually held together right through here with the bell housing and the differential, similar to what the automatic looks like, because I found a couple of those videos. Let's make sure we still got good view. Yes, we have perfect view on this. The fan blowing in the background is a heater. Rubber bushing mounted. These just look like a standard bolt. Alright, looks like there is 2 different lengths. Here, holding this together. I'm going to pop this out, that way we can get this off. OEM slave. Alright, looks like it came apart pretty easy. Okay, so I'm just gonna pop this apart here. See what this looks like. Looks like we're caught on a shift rod. Trying to keep the little bit that coming out the front. All right. You can see we have our differential here. Bearing seats, bearing seals. Very simple transmission. Ultra small input shaft here. Let's see what else. Let's see how far we can get this tore down. That sucker is still pretty heavy there on the backside. Alright, got some larger ones. Alright, I'm not seeing anything on the other side. It's holding that in place. So it might just take a good swift hammer. Looks like we have a magnet down here on the lower, which is typical, something that you want to see. Actually, oh, we got one chunk. That's possible that that came through where the differential is on this side, which is kind of why I was trying to get this apart. Press fit. Machine, man, they did a lot of machining on that plate. All right, now let's get the differential out of here. Okay, there we go. Now we can see where we're cutting through the case, right there. Pretty cool, I guess. Let's get this, yep, shift rod coming in. There's the number on the case of the trans. The seal is actually, it's like a double seal. It's actually a pretty good looking seal there. The axle seal is pretty standard. You can take a look at just how bad that thing ate through the case. It's like this metal piece here is actually sealed in there too, and that's part of the seal. Let's whack this with a hammer once. I need a small ball from here. There we go. That's actually the seal. Let's see. Let's see which way does this seal go in. Alright, that can go either way. There's no lip here, so you could probably replace the CV seal from the outside. Very simple open differential. Looks like you could actually replace this. I don't know if I'm really into trying to pull that apart, but not much to it. Alright, let's see what it takes to get the rest of the gear set out of here. Someone someday is going to be like, I really could have used those parts from that transmission, but right now, that doesn't matter. Alright, so looks like all of our shifting forks on this front plate here. It's like a lockout bolt, looks like. And we have 5 or 6, 2, 4, 6, 8 little bolts here. Okay. Shift rod on here. There's your shift forks, or your shift selector, I guess you would say. Up and down, in and out. Reverse lockout switch, or reverse light switch, I would assume. I'm sure there's correct ways to pull this out of here, but got it. Look at how tiny that input shaft is. All fixed on the shaft. Steel forks. A little bit of wear there on these fork ends. You can feel, I don't know if it's picking it up, but you can see there's like an indentation there. There's a little bit of wear on that. Actually, that's freaking wild. Look, the weld still has the slag on it, kinda, on the fork. Like I'm just picking it off with my finger. This one here the same, a little bit of wear there. Alright, so here's the other forks. These ones here aren't too bad. So I would say that 1, 2, man, it's kind of weird. I'm not sure which one's which, but we have a hub ring here. So we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4 gears here, and then this one with a hub ring, 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here, which this one I know is reversed because the reverse gear's back here laying. Here's our reverse gear. All this stuff looks good. No real issues with it. Like I said, here's the forks. This one does kind of come apart. More of the same down here. Alright. Very tiny units. It looks like they'll get lubed through here. We got some kind of a snap ring, and actually, oh, here it is, the plastic tube. Flings it up, runs it down across, shoots it out in between. These are all needle bearinged inside of here. I'm not really into stripping anything off of that. These gear things yet. I'm going to keep this. Backup light sensor. Probably never go anywhere. What I can say about these transmissions is I don't see them failing. The only thing I see long term will probably be the fork pads will probably wear. I'm sure if you run one of these with no lubrication, you will see issues. That's for sure. It's actually a pretty nice switch. But it's weird how both of these ends of these shafts actually hit the differential. It just kind of sits up there. I don't ever see that going bad. Long time. Very quality. I mean, I wouldn't say quality, but I'd say most of this is pretty reliably made. Just trying to get that out. Just because. Little oil slinger. Looks like the seal on this side is going to be the same deal. Can go either way. take this and tap it out. Solid. Quality seal. It's like it's just for me picking at it. It's like a double seal. Really nice. Looks like we have very little bit down in here. But like I said, I think the contamination is what was pushed over through from the stuff splinging through the differential. Obviously, that sounds like that would be a pretty good guess. Probably pull the drain and the fill plug. That way I have them for spares, along with our sensor. But here's our gear shafts. Different lengths, yep. They're different lengths. Input shaft. Alright, well, I think that's pretty much where I'm going to end this. Just kind of wanted to go over this. See if we have any gear wear. Man, very, very nice. All right, well, there it is. There's the case, the differential, the forks. Just a quick disassembly here of a, I wonder if that's screwed in. It's kind of weird that that has that on there. It's possible that that's what's actually holding that on instead of a snap ring. A lot of the transmissions I mess with, these ones over here have snap rings. So that's it. Dart transmission down.